Alrighty, traders. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Or in fact, I should say, howdy, traders and investors, because that's what you are. Today is going to be an absolutely killer day. We've got Billy the Kid. We've got Lady of Crypto. Yes, Billy the Kid. Yep, he's going to be shooting from the hips. It's going to be like the Wild Wild West. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, traders. My name is Gary Fickard. Looks like we've got a couple of traders already coming on here. Fantastic. Are we live? Yes, we are. We are fantastic. We are live. It looks like someone's trying to play around with me. All right, traders, well, welcome to the Doubles Crypto Battle. This is the trading battle number 42, sponsored by ACAP. My name is Gary Fickard, known to many as the FX Big Dog. Just search the name FX Big Dog and you'll find me. Now, I sleep, eat, and drink trading in all markets. One of the markets that we're going to be talking shop today is the crypto market, cryptocurrencies. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see how that plays out. Now, if you're watching this battle on YouTube and you are not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe now to this channel, because we do trade battles every week. So you don't want to miss out, because if you don't subscribe, when we go live, you're going to miss out. So make sure that you also go ahead and click the notification bell so that when we do go live again, you'll be notified. Now, while you're down there, smash the like button. Share the video on your social media as well. We'll appreciate that. Now, today we have not two, but we have 4 interesting crypto traders that all use technical analysis and fundamental analysis before making trading decisions. So grab a pen and paper, take some notes as we hear from these challengers today. This is going to be awesome, because we're going to hear from them how they're going to be able to conquer the markets today with the tools, rules, and everything they use to make trading decisions. So without further ado, let me start off by introducing to you the challengers for today's battle, number 42. Let's go ahead and say, in the one corner, we have Nick Bencino, owner of
Hello,
Forex.
guys.
There you go. Nick's the owner of Forex for noobs.com. So forex4noobs.com. He has 15 years of trading experience. He trades stocks,
50.
futures, 15. That's the South African accent coming out there.
Okay. I'm not that bloody old.
He trades stocks, futures, and cryptos, which means he trades pretty much everything. Now, Nick has teamed up with the Lady of Crypto, who has moved from stocks to cryptos, loves price action with a mix of fundamental analysis. Well, it's great to have both of you here, Nick and Lady. How are you guys doing today?
Great, yeah.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Very good, very good. Well, I've got a question for you, Lady of Crypto. Privacy tokens, they are really strong. It's a really strong narrative right now in the crypto market due to government overreach. Privacy tokens make it difficult to work out who sent what and to whom, which is useful if you don't want anyone snooping into your financial activity. Is this why privacy tokens are gaining popularity right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think the kind of privacy sector in crypto is becoming like a really big talking point, because there's kind of 2 sides to this whole narrative, really. On the one side, you know, everybody that I know really values privacy and security, you know, of your finances. So why shouldn't it be the same in crypto? You know, why shouldn't you be entitled to privacy?
Absolutely.
So I think that, you know, that is the basic reason why it is gaining momentum. But on the other hand, there is a lot of people who are concerned because there have been incidents where hackers have been involved, and the kind of technology behind the privacy coins, it means that transactions are anonymized, or maybe the origin is anonymous, and it also kind of it hides the actual amount within the transaction. So there's lots of different methods that different privacy coins employ, but that is kind of the general kind of anonymity of the transactions, which is why it kind of is such a controversial topic. But it is gaining momentum, and I think it is something that we're going to see a lot more of, and it's going to develop as well as time goes along.
Okay, that's great. And Nick, do you have a favorite privacy token that you got your eye on, or do I pass that one back on to the lady?
Yeah, no, I have a fair bit of Zcash. I've had that for a long time. I have been accumulating as it fell. Monero also. These are just the old school ones, but if you want to talk more kind of new stuff, the whole team is big on XFT. So that's also known as
Yep.
Offshift. XFT is one of our favorites. We're looking at getting into Mystico. That's very new. It's not even released yet, so I'd keep an eye out for that one, guys. That's going to be huge. It's releasing on the Binance Launchpad too. So anything that comes out on Binance Launchpad just flies.
Absolutely.
Mystico. Yeah.
Mystico. Okay, well, we're going to definitely jump into more of that because we want to know more of that, and we definitely want to make sure that the viewers get that information because I think it's important. And also, we'll talk about a little bit more about Zcash that you spoke about as well. But let's go ahead and introduce the other corner. And so, good luck, guys. Let's go ahead and introduce the other corner. The other corner we have Marta. Marta is the founder of a YouTube channel, Metaverse. I like that. Do you see what she did there? I think that's pretty cool. So now Marta is a mom of two turned crypto trader. Nice. Now Marta has teamed up with Billy the Kid. No, I'm just kidding. Just Billy. Teamed up with Billy. All right. And Billy has a YouTube channel also called CoinsKid. Now, make sure you guys check out all the Challenges YouTube channels because they share a lot of interesting information about the markets, and you would definitely want to get your hands on that. Marta and Billy, welcome to the trading battle. How are you both doing right now?
Great. Thank you very much for having us. I'm doing fantastic. Really cannot wait for the whole show to go on.
It's going to be interesting. Now, you guys are both passionate about technical analysis. Now, Marta, when you look at news, let me ask the question. Do you look at news on Twitter, Discord channels to stay in the loop as to what's going on with the different coins so that you don't miss out on a coin that's going to pump or moon?
I try to stay up to date with the coins that I have on my radar. I think the market is crazy busy with so many coins. It's hard to, really chase everything. So maybe stick to just like certain ones. I like, you have to understand as well, I'm just one person. I've 2 kids, so I really sometimes just look at the chart without even wondering what it is and trade it. But obviously whatever coins I'm interested in, really like let things get in, 1 year. I let them settle before I let them get out the second year. News are definitely important to follow, but I don't always necessarily just chase all of them.
Yeah, because the cryptos are moved by, especially the newer coins, they're really moved by news, and especially the ones that are really just come onto the market, and you want to get into that before it starts pumping, because you always have that big pump before everyone starts jumping in. So Billy, I know that you run, or at least are part of a Discord channel and that, and do you also, same question as for Marta, do you also go to sources like Twitter, Discord channels, to pick up some information about cryptos? What is your source?
Often, yeah. I do think it's good, to actually get in the Telegram or Discord, wherever that group chat will be, and just sort of get to know the team, because you can tell a lot from the project just on how the team is, whether they're transparent, whether they communicate, because some teams will just not speak to the holders at all, and they'll just sort of be quite distant from the project. So, you've got a good project when you've got that team that are fully transparent, they're willing to answer questions, and just getting people hyped as it should be for a good reason.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Now, just like Marta, I've got 2 kids. My kid's 26 years old and 25. But my son, he actually works with me. We do a lot of stuff with the cryptos and currencies, and he's big into that type of stuff too, believe me, where he goes into these different channels and he spends days and days. I'm talking about days. Virtually, I call him, I can't get hold of him. He's inside Twitter. So the thing is this, he's so involved in that stuff and he picks up so much good information. And so maybe for the viewers, this is a great opportunity. Maybe you can share with the viewers as to what channels or what followers you follow to pick up this information about what's kicking.
Also, just the project itself. So if I see a project I like, if I read its white paper or go to the website or whatever, I'll often join the Telegram, see how other people are feeling about it, see what the team are like. It's often good to follow the team on Twitter as well, see if they're active, because some people will have a Twitter account for their project and just not be active at all. So you've got to go to a few places, because they might even be really active on Twitter but not active in the group chats to the actual community that are willing to sit there every day and try and talk. So
yeah, absolutely.
You've got to go to different places depending on each project, I suppose.
Sure, absolutely. Let's bring in Lady of Crypto and Nick for a question here. There's a lot of movement with the metaverse space, and Mark Zuckerberg has his own challenges. So here's a couple of questions for you. What do you feel about the metaverse and the play to earn? Is that like oversaturated at the moment right now? And let's go to Nick. Yeah,
it's hugely oversaturated. It's insane. There's like pretty much 2 or 3 games coming out every single week. Probably more than that. There's 2 or 3 games that I see coming out every single week. It's an absurdly oversaturated space. Basically, you just got the hype. When was that? Like, I don't know, sometime last year, mid last year, really got hyped up. I think it was when Mark Zuckerberg announced that he was jumping into the metaverse. That would have been around October-ish.
Yeah.
And then like everyone started coming out with a game. There's like so many games, and most of them aren't real games. They're just like concept art, and then they're like, oh yeah, look at this artwork, we're going to make this into a game. I've been a gamer my whole life. I know that it takes like 5 years to develop a good game, but in the crypto space it doesn't take 5 years, it takes 6 months apparently, because they have the best coders on the planet, which is completely, I was about to say bullshit, but it's not true.
Yeah. You would say that. Come on, let's be real. No, it's true, right? It is, and I think what's happening as well is a lot of the games that are coming out, they're creating NFTs around that, and these NFTs are becoming really just initially popular, but it doesn't last. It's like a pump, and then it drops, and people losing money on NFTs. So you got to be real careful about the NFTs that you go ahead and invest into as well, because they're not all cool.
Exactly. Yeah. I was watching this series on YouTube about a scam game. Not in the crypto space. It was a scam game that came out on Kickstarter like in 2016. And they were talking about how this guy scammed people out of $8 million. And I was thinking, $8 million? In crypto, over 4 years, mind you. Scam people out of 8 million over 4 years. In crypto, you can scam people out of 80 million in a week with an NFT series. And someone did that like a week or 2 ago. I think it was 80 million or 100 million that he stole. It's a great space, but it is ripe for scammers. If you don't know what to look out for, you can get in a lot. You can lose a lot of money.
You've got to take. In fact, you've got to do your homework, right? You've got to go through those, just like Billy does, and he looks through the different things. And my son Cameron does the same thing. They look through Discords, Twitter feeds. Even when they go ahead and follow someone, they look to see how many follows they got. They see how active they are on that. The information they're releasing. There's so much information you have to look at before you can, before you can really start thinking, okay, this is legit. This is actually a real deal. So,
and usually, if there's a lot of hype, just stay out.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of hype, it's usually a scam.
Yeah, no, I get that. And so Lady of Crypto, quickly, and I'm going to say Lady for short, right? That's the first. The question I have for you is, what metaverse tokens do you think will pump in the next year? Maybe up this year to next year?
Well, just kind of following on from what you said to Nick, really, about the kind of oversaturation of the metaverse in the market. I think we will start to see the kind of, I'll use the word copycat projects, so the projects that have kind of jumped on this hype. I do think that we will start to see these filtered out for whatever reason. Either they actually don't have a project, it's all this concept art. But there are some fantastic metaverse projects out there, and I think if I had to pick, I would go with Vulcan Forged, Pia. Our Fox are fantastic. There's Wilder World. I'm trying to think of another one off the top of my head. Yeah, I'll leave it at those three.
Okay, all right. And Marta, Billy, do you have anything that that you guys are looking at regarding the regarding that space?
Well, yeah, I've been actually one of the best trades in terms of Metaverse for me was NACA. I think that did 3x for me anyway. Yeah, and in general, I think I will agree with the guys. Market is 100% oversaturated. It's just a trend that everybody hopped on straight away, and basically, started replicating the ideas. And very little people understand that it does take years to build a successful and in-depth game. So it did become like a quick fix and quick money for many people. So I will echo basically what Lady was saying and Nick in terms of getting into those metaverse projects that have very, very solid fundamentals and teams that have a lot of experience, that aren't just basically popping out of nowhere and creating games out of thin air, because most likely they're not legit and they're rug pulls. So that's my advice. I am looking at a few. Some games are maybe in beta testing, but the ones I got in, most of them are still in development. But the graphics they've shared and the games they've showed so far, I trust them. But I've done my background check, so that is 100% something people have to do when it comes to metaverse games and in general crypto.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Nick, you mentioned something about Zcash as one of the privacy tokens that you're looking at. What is the better one when it comes to privacy protocols? Is it Zcash or is it Monero?
I mean, it all comes down to opinion, really. I say Zcash, but these are all like the old school coins anyway. Monero, Zcash, they're all the old school privacy tokens, and they're all great. I love them, but what really is the best, I would say, is the newer stuff. So we got like XFT, Offshift, like I was saying. They're creating synthetic assets. So basically, XFT will allow you to buy Bitcoin privately, but it won't be Bitcoin. It'll be a synthetic asset. So it'll be, I guess, XF Bitcoin or whatever they're going to call it. Doesn't matter really. So it'll be XF BTC. So it'll be pegged to the value of BTC, but it won't be actually BTC. But it essentially lets you buy Bitcoin with complete privacy. So that's one of the major benefits of XFT. So yeah, if you were to ask me which one's the best, I'd probably say XFT because it allows you to buy a whole range of cryptos privately. But then you have Mystico coming in, which does a lot of interesting things, which I won't get into because it's just going to bore the hell out of people. And then you have Omnia, which is, again, another one that's just doing lots of interesting things. They have privacy nodes. There's a whole range of them. It's really, I think it's going to be a very strong narrative this year. And as we see more like, how what's happening in Russia, how basically the world has shut Russia out of the economy and it's basically just completely destroyed the finances of Russian people. People are starting to see more and more that at a whim, the government can take away everything you have. And people want to move towards privacy tokens so they could keep their finances private from the government. And I mean, who doesn't want that?
Yeah, sure.
I do.
No, absolutely. Lady of Crypto, have you got a metaverse coin, or Billy? Do you? I'm going to give it to either one of you, but Billy or Lady of Crypto. Meta token. Any success stories on a trade on meta tokens?
Go on, Billy. I'll let you have this one first.
Come on, Billy.
I haven't been going too much into the metaverse or gaming sector because the way I feel about games is you sort of play them for a while. There's not really many games you can think of that actually stick around for that long. So maybe it's just a new era of gaming that's about to come, but I don't know. But a lot of the times you'll play a game for a few months on end, and then after that you'll sort of get bored of it and move on to the next one. So in terms of long-term investments, I'm not too sure about the metaverse gaming sector, but it definitely could be cool. I do like the concepts of it.
And Lady, did you have any success stories on any metaverse tokens that you've got into?
If I had to pick one, I'd probably say.
So you have a few of them.
Well, not to brag, but I'd go with Blocktopia. So it was myself and the team. We got in pre-sale on the CDFI Launchpad. It did. I can't actually remember what it did at one point. It was something.
1,000 times.
Was it 1,000 times? It was fantastic. It's like it's just one of those ones. You know, you might get into say 10 different cryptos, and it's just the fact that you just need that one to take off. And Block was one of those ones for me. It was fantastic. But just going back to what Billy said, like I think you make a really, really good point. And that's the thing with people, they'll kind of play these games, and if it doesn't have enough to kind of draw somebody in to do with the utility, what the game is about, it needs to have something different from the rest. And again, this is where it just needs to have something different, whether that be to do with tokens, whether that's to be with the utilities, the gaming side of things. It needs to be different. It can't just be a copycat. And I think, again, we're going to see a lot of these dissolve, and the kind of best projects will survive.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's pretty good. That's good. And look, I think in the crypto market space, making 1,000% in any sort of crypto in a short period of time is just like, I made 1,000%. So it's like it's becoming a norm, right?
This wasn't even 1,000%. Sorry to interrupt, Gary. It wasn't even 1,000%. It was 1,000 times. Which is like what, 10,000%?
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah,
1,000 times return on investment. So if you put in $100, you made $100,000.
That is insane. That's just the option. That's why I think they're trying to regulate. They're trying to get in and control things here, because there's so many people making so much money from easy things, right? Just easy things, just getting in at the right time on the right token or right project, and people are just making a huge amount of money. It's just, I guess, being a trader for 25 plus years, I just know it's always been work to make money. Just these things that you get these young investors coming in, and they're making so much money from nothing. It's just insane. So Decentraland has launched Metaverse Fashion Week between the 24th and the 7th. I think the 17th and the 24th of this month. Now, this is for the guys, because the ladies think that we don't have fashion. The guys don't have fashion here. So, Nick, what is fashion within the Metaverse?
Fashion within the Metaverse is actually pretty interesting. So you get like just sneakers. I'm saying sneakers for the Americans. But here they're trainers, whatever. We know what we're talking about. Sneakers, trainers. There's this craze about sneakers in the US, probably here too. I don't know. I don't really care about them. But in the Metaverse, people care about sneakers and trainers. They actually want to buy these things to wear in the Metaverse. Look, honestly, I don't really care about fashion outside of the Metaverse. So I certainly don't care about it in the Metaverse. But it doesn't matter if I care about it. What matters is people care about it. They want to be fashionable inside their Metaverse. They want their avatar to dress in Gucci. I know of several projects who are making deals with some of the big fashion companies. I can't name names because we're under NDAs, but I know of a few big projects who are making deals with Calvin Klein, with Karl Lager or something like that. I don't even know how to say the name of that one. So basically, they're just going to be wearing Calvin Klein inside the Metaverse, playing these games in their Oculus headsets, and they're going to be dressed fashionably, or they're just going to have these sneakers on, and they're going to pay $10,000 for a pair of sneakers, which is absurd. But hey, I mean, I'll sell it to them.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. I'm like you. I don't have my wife, my kids. They tell me, "Dad, you got no fashion." So I get it. But the thing is this: my son, he's got like a wardrobe of shoes. I mean, all the different types of shoes. I've got shoes that are still here from 1975. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that old. But this is the thing. I don't care. But you're right. People do care, and if they do care, it's going to move, right? It's going to move things around.
Yeah.
Hey, let's okay, guys. So Nick, Billy, Lady of Crypto, Marta, are you guys ready for this battle? Let's get this battle started. Everyone ready for it?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
go.
do it, right? All right, so let's go talk about the challenges. Challenges number 1 is hot off the press. Base your trade on current events. Second, number 2 challenge is going to be double or nothing. I like that. That's how I trade, double or nothing. No, I'm just kidding. So double or nothing. Trade nothing or double your position size on your best trade. That'll be challenge number 2. Challenge number 3, best crypto pick for the next 5 days. What do you think is going to move in between now and 5 days from now? That's going to be the challenge number 3. So viewers, don't forget, subscribe, share, and smash the like button like it's nobody's business, all right? This is going to be a hot show because we've got a lot of good information that's already been spoken about. We're going to go into the challenges, so make sure you guys are smashing the like button. Now, Nick, I'm going to go ahead and give Team Nick, I'm going to call it Team Nick and Lady of Crypto. I'm going to give you guys the honor to get this challenge started, this number 1 challenge started. Hot off the press, base your trade on current events.
Yeah, cool. I like that you're calling it Team Nick. Everyone thinks it's Team Lady, but the truth is I'm the brains of the show. So I love that you're calling it Team Nick, for starters.
Did you notice,
I love you. You're great.
Nick, you notice I said that Nick is teaming up to Lady of Crypto. So you are...
Oh, yeah. That bit annoyed me. You've redeemed yourself, though. You've redeemed yourself.
You'll have to be careful because your head won't fit in the screen soon.
There we go.
Nah, we're good. Right, yeah, so guys, Rune. I'm shorting Rune. Rune's been pumping because it had a mainnet launch, and they've launched some synthetic assets, which I was talking about earlier, synthetic assets. Which Rune has launched them. So it's really, really pumped. But the thing with Rune is it's pretty much overextended at this point. It has pumped so much since the beginning of March. And it's hitting a pretty strong resistance area. It's pumped like almost 150%. If we actually take it right from the bottom, it actually pumped 213%, which is absurd when you consider where Bitcoin's been going. Bitcoin's been going almost nothing but down. It has had a bit of a recovery, but you know what I mean. So 213% in March is absolutely absurd. It's smashing up against a really strong resistance area. It's got a pretty strong range here, which it played in over here. And yeah, I'm pretty convinced this thing is going down. I don't see any reason for it to go any higher than it is right now. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that Rune is not going to go up in future. I'm just saying right now it's probably going to get stuck here. Also, do note that it's got the $10 point here, which is a very strong resistance area, just psychological level. $10 is massive. It actually spiked up to $9.50, which is a sign that that $10 resistance area is really, really strong. I have my bloody Discord, my Telegram open. It just keeps popping up. Let me close it. It's annoying me.
Now, while you got that open, Nick, lady, what do you think about the technical setup on this? And I'm assuming that you're both in agreement on this trade, right?
Yeah, 100%. I agree with what Nick has said. And just because we've seen the price just have this crazy rally over such a short period of time, a retrace, back down to the support should be, it's not going to be uncommon. What goes up must come down, and yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, and Nick, from a technical perspective, I'm a big technical trader, and I look at wave structure, and right there, I'm seeing this actually, that little pump that you've just seen as a third wave extension. So just like you said, price is going to come down is it starts pulling back into a fourth wave impulsive move or correction move. So not impulse, but correction move. And then it's going to go ahead and move up to the fifth wave. So we're in a 5-wave structure. We're just actually moving into a fourth wave correction. So I think I like your saying, or at least your approach here. But quick question: how far do you think it's going to go down? Because fourth waves don't trade below the first wave high, which is that high on the left-hand side you got there. Would you agree? Is
This
that
one
your
there?
target? Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly my target. So
Perfect.
I don't really use Elliott Wave. I've got nothing against Elliott Wave. I just don't personally use it. But I
Sure.
do love that what you're seeing with Elliott Wave is the same as what I'm seeing with my strategy, which is just basically support resistance. I just have support resistance on my chart, and
Yep.
I sell resistance essentially, and I buy support. So I'm targeting this support area down here around the $6 mark, probably a bit higher than that. I could throw up whatchamacallit, this little thingy, to basically show my rough trade. Give me something like that.
Gotcha. So the risk reward ratio is good. Looks like what is the percentage in risk and reward right here? Can you see? I can't see. It's too small.
It's about a 2.3 risk reward ratio,
Okay.
which is right on the money for me.
Okay. Perfect.
Honestly, if I wasn't in a trading battle, I would have entered this earlier. I've entered a bit late, so I have my stop loss a bit tighter than I would like. But normally I would enter a bit higher than that, which would allow me to have my stop loss a bit better and have slightly different risk to reward ratio. But we're in a battle, so I just got to enter.
Sure.
Got to enter where I have to enter.
Right. In the battle, things get crazy, and that's crazy. So all right, good. So have you entered that trade already? Have you gone ahead and implemented it?
I actually entered it before we started, yeah. But they said I'm allowed to do that, so it's not cheating.
Well, if the countdown started, yeah, you're good. You're good. All right, good stuff. All right, so that trade is entered. So we've got a short on Rune at the moment right now, and you're looking for a target. What is that price target? I can't see it. It's too small to see. But what is that price target you're looking at?
It is. I'm just going to adjust it because I moved it. So my price target is going to be above the $6 because the $6 is a psychological level. I tend not to place it below psychological levels because a lot of times price reacts at them. So my price target is going to be around about $6.26.
Okay. All right, perfect. Lady, you want to add something in before we move on to the next the other challenges?
No. Nick's covered that really well. I think his stop loss and his target, I'd do very similar. So yeah, sounds like a good trade. Let's do it.
All right, perfect. All right, good stuff. Well, let's go ahead and take it over to the other challenges. Marty and Billy, you guys got the floor. Show us what you got.
I'll give it to Billy. So
okay,
he can share the screen. I don't know what's so wrong with mine.
I'm in the chat as well.
There we go, Billy. So that is next. Let's flip it over to Billy's. Okay, there we go.
All right, sorted. So we are going to
we went with
you can
Billy's.
talk about that.
Yeah, I'll let you talk to Billy. We went with Billy's favorite genre.
Okay, fantastic. I see you got the Ichimoku cloud up there too. So
yeah.
Excellent. All right, tell us, Billy, what do you got here?
Basically, we've faced rejection from the bottom of this cloud here. You can see from that wick, but we'll come for a nice back test of the conversion line on this daily 55 EMA. We have just flipped this month-long resistance line as well into support. Just blasted straight through there, and now we're back testing that EMA nicely. If you zoom into the hourly, we're forming a huge bull flag sort of falling wedge setup. We've got a nice retest of this 618 fib level right there, along with the $1 psychological level, which is good to see. So falling wedge has got nice targets to the upside, as well as this possible flag, taking us up near the 1.272 fib.
Okay. And are you buying right now, or are you going to wait for it to dip down to retest the support level before buying?
So I'm laddering it, sort of dollar cost averaging it. So I've done instant buy now, and then I've laddered some for a bit lower as well, in case we come back down to test support.
I like it. I like the cost averaging. Yeah. Because I mean, if you look at the falling wedges, right? If you understand falling wedges, or in fact any wedges, there's a 5-way structure inside the actual pattern. And so if you look at this right here, a drop to the support level will be that 5th wave move before you see a breakout. And so the 5th wave is expected to dip down a little further. So I like the fact that you're doing the cost averaging, and I think this is great for the viewers, right? When you trade in and you're not 100% certain that the market's going to take off and there might be a dip first, but you almost sold on the fact that it's going to rally, you just want to get the timing right, then using cost averaging is a good trading approach, but you must make sure that you use proper equity management on all trades. So I like that. So you're going to be cost averaging on that. If it comes back down to the support, you're going to have multiple entries on that, and then look for it to go ahead and continue to rally for the breakout.
Yeah.
Billy, what is your target to the upside?
Target to the upside is around 156, but there's also this fib level at 1.272, and obviously you got to keep in mind the psychological level at 150.
Sure, taking profits a little bit earlier than that might be smart, right?
Yeah, especially this high.
Okay.
120, 127, because it'll have trouble pushing past that high. There'll be a lot of resistance there.
And stop losses, are you going to keep your stop loss below that last low? Because if price does come back down to test that support, would it be a little bit in the way and you might get stopped out, or where do you put your stops?
Yeah, well, I'm going to put my stop loss below support. So we've got the 618 fib to hold us up. We've also got the 55 EMA and this 12 one as well. So I'll probably even put it below this 0.382. It's nice and wide because there's a lot of room for this to swing up. Especially if it gets into this issue cloud, flips the bottom to support, you can even play out an edge-to-edge trade to the other side. So the risk-reward is nice there, I'd say.
Okay.
And it's for charities, so I might as well keep that stop loss wide.
So I'm looking at your chart right now, and I'm noticing you got a couple of indicators here. You got the Ichimoku cloud, which shows that it's bearish at the moment right now. You're trading against the Ichimoku cloud. Number two, you've got the oscillator down below. Looks like a MACD down below.
I've got the stock RSI and the MACD.
Yeah, so you got the stochastics, you got the MACD, and they're all showing, well, not the MACD, but you've seen that there's a turnaround with the stochastics, so it's been an overbought condition. Are you a little bit concerned about that, or do you feel like the momentum's still pushing?
I feel like there's still some momentum in it. The volume's having a little bit of a rest off here, but that can easily just pick back up.
Okay.
If we switch to the weekly, we've got a bullish cross on the stock RSI, which is nice to see. Huge candle pump up there. And the MACD is beginning to bullish cross as well. You see this volume starting to tail off, so less people are selling. So buyers could be about to step in.
Okay, good. So this is audio, right, if I'm seeing it correct?
Yeah, audio.
Okay. All right, good. All right, have you got that trade in? Is the trade being implemented?
Yeah, that's all in.
Okay, good. And so, Marta, do you want to add to what Billy's got there?
No, I can't share my screen. I'm just going over my indicators here, and I'm sorry I can't share them. But I totally, we decided on this based on another music OQ one. I think it's just kind of maybe a trend emerging or something. Billy will be able to tell you more about the news in terms of that. But I think just on the hourly, we're still above the 50 EMA. We're above the daily open, and because we're laddering in, I'm just thinking yesterday's low, a daily open are around the same area. We could bounce off that and just go up nicely, a few percent anyway. Hopefully that will give us a nice win. So it's a pity now I can't share my indicators because I have some really cool ones here. My favorite one is I use Traders Reality hybrid system. I also use Asteroid Belt and Comet from Spaceman and Alpha Trend. So at the minute, looking at all of them that I've mentioned, I think we have some momentum there to go for the long anyway. Okay, and those indicators that you use, are they on TradingView? Yes, they are. Not all of them are free, but the hybrid one is amazing in terms for like anybody who likes to scalp. It really it shows your psychological levels. It also gives you like liquidity pools where you could possibly see where this, if the momentum goes to the upside or downside, where to look for the next targets. And they have been pretty accurate for me in terms of I'm famous for yellow boxes and hitting them to a T. And that's what
All right, well, awesome. It's good. Well, good. We got the 2 trades in already. Let's jump on to challenge number 2. And this is my favorite. Double or nothing. In fact, that's what my wife keeps saying when she puts down my credit card. Double or nothing. So double or nothing. Trade nothing or double up your position size on your best trade. So I'm going to hand it back over to Lady and Nick. Lady, you want to take on that?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, we are here for a battle, and I think we should, go all in. We only live once. So, myself and Nick, we've both given a similar justification for the trade, for the Rune trade. So we're gonna go for it. We're gonna double down. Let's do it.
And you're gonna double down on that position? You're gonna double down on that the current trade that you double it on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just did it.
I like the way Lady says. I like the way it says it's all in. It's like forget it. 8 cap. This is it, man. We're taking your money. We're going all in. Nice. Okay, so you doubled up. So we got a challenge there. Doubled up. Nick and Lady have doubled up on their position. Let's go take a look and see. Let's go back to Billy and Marta. What are you guys gonna do? Not trade or double up on that position?
We're so doubling.
it's like
this is a competition. We're here to win money for a great cause anyway. So 100%, surely not something I would maybe consider like when I trade myself. But I think myself and Billy have went through everything, and we're confident that there is momentum there. We're going to go with it.
Now, I'm already seeing some chats coming up here. Billy's typing up here in the message here saying, I'm maxed out. I'm maxed out. I can't put more positions in. So you're really doubling up on this position. So let's take a look at the scoreboard. Let's see those positions that have been entered so we can grab that before we go to challenge number 3. And there we go. We've doubled up on Rue. And we've got a doubled up on audio. So we got, looks like we're in. Yeah. So, all right. Fantastic. At the moment right now, it's fair game right now. We would say that Marty and Billy are leading based on the drawdown. But again, it's early stages. A lot of trading still left. So let's go ahead and take a look at challenge number 3. Best crypto pick for the next 5 days. I'm going to hand it back over to Lady and Nick, if you want to take this one. Best crypto.
Yeah, so I'm just going to share my screen.
Why has Billy got HBAR going too? Just asking. Why has he got like an extra trade going?
Billy, can you please explain? That's his best.
We may have jumped the gun on the third challenge.
They're trying to pump their numbers. It's typical crypto people though. They're just like, crypto is super dodgy.
I told you he's an underdog.
They sneaked one on you there, Nick. They
We're
sneaked one
here
in
to
there.
win. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You saw nothing.
All right, so let's take a look here, Lady Crypto. Tell us what you got.
Okay, so the trade that I'm going to go for, I'm going to short ETH, and that's because the price at the moment, so we're just below this resistance level here. It's also very close to the 3,000 mark, which again, psychological level, and we're pretty much kind of bang on this trend line here. So I'm going to take a short trade, and I'm going to put my stop here. And I'm going to put my target just about, let me have a look. I'm going to put my target just here. So the stop is above the resistance, it's above this trend line here, and it's above this high as well, the tops of these wicks. And with regards to the target, so basically what I want to try and do is play this wedge here. So my target is just on the inside of this bullish trend line, and that's it.
And what is it? I can't see, and I didn't hear earlier on. What is the token that you're trading?
Sorry, ETH.
ETH. Okay, good. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the fact you're selling my ETH. I'm busy. I'm long on ETH, and now you're selling it. This is not good. All right.
I'm sorry.
We're both bullish, but we're bearish for like the next few days. But overall,
Yes.
we're bullish for April. So
okay. So what you're saying, Lady and Nick, that I need to start buying on the dip when you go ahead and profit on the short, go ahead and just go add more positions to the current buy I have right now.
yeah, just go all in. Like sell the
There we
house
go.
and just buy everything.
I'll phone my
Not
client
financial
up and tell them.
advice.
Yeah, right. All right, well, good. So ETH short for the short term. And what is that target that you're looking at where price going to hit that support there, lady?
Just it's. I mean,
2.6.
it's.
Sorry,
Yes.
I just said 2.6K roughly.
3.6? Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
cool. All right, good. And it's trading at the moment right now. What is the price of ETH right now? Let's take a look here. We're trading at, ETH is trading at 2,986. So yeah, that's about, okay, good. All right, so 2,600 is the downside target.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, is that trade in? Or are we going to see another billion
Yeah,
Marta
that's it.
trade sneak in?
No, that's it. I'm just going to add a few more trades throughout the week as I see fit, just like Billy's doing.
All right, Marty, you've got. Are you guys going to go, Marty and Billy? Are you going to go with the trade that you got currently right now that you snuck in there, or do you have something you want to throw in there?
No, we're probably going to stay with the HBAR.
Okay, and if you want to go to the chart, show us what you got on that chart so we can get just a little explanation on why you entered that trade. There we go.
Yes, that's Bitcoin. Hold on. So HBAR for the next couple of days has just broke out this trend line. There's a lot of alts doing this at the minute, breaking out trend lines, which is good to see. This is like month-long resistance, so it's good to be broke. We have still got this daily 55 EMA ahead of us, but the fact that we're back testing this trend line and the start of a bullish cross there is a good sign to me. Even just a test of the spot of this issue cloud, which we have not done in ages since here. So even just a pump up to that cloud is a nice 16%. Whether we get rejected there, I don't know. But if you can push into that cloud and make an edge to edge, then that's even nicer. As well as this bump and run pattern from this trend line we've got.
Are you running some Bollinger Bands? Are you running some Bollinger Bands there, Billy, as well?
They're similar. These are fib bands.
Okay.
So they run off Fibonacci numbers and the RSI. So it's good at telling you how oversold something is. You can see the accuracy of it there. Sort of peaked through it, just a little deviation, and then fell back to the center plot line. You'll notice that this black band here is often a good place for coins to reverse and projects to reverse from. And HBAR, you can see it's bottoming out on that band right now. Support's strong there, so it's looking good to me.
Okay. All right. Good. So I'm seeing a lot of indicators on your chart, Billy. Are you do you like rely on those indicators to give you those levels to buy in and sell at?
No, they're sort of like the last thing I'll come to, really. Mainly, I'll trade the patterns, trend lines, price action as well. The EMAs are probably the most useful thing.
Gotcha.
Just for how simple they are. They're simple and they work. They do the job. But
Okay.
the cloud is good for some extra sort of confirmation when you need it. Like you can see there's 3 different levels of support. We've got the top of the cloud, the plot line, and the 4-hour 21 EMA. So you can see that that's going to be a nice point to retest if we get it.
Okay, good. I don't know if I just saw Nick busy there, but just finishing off a beer there. I'm not sure if that was the case, but with it.
No.
Nick's like, man, my trade's looking bad. I'm going to have a beer on that one. No, I'm just kidding. So Nick, so passing on to you. pass it on to you. I noticed that you're using support and resistance in your trading. Are you just price action guy and don't use a lot of indicators when you look at trading opportunities?
Yeah, I never use indicators. Look, I've got nothing against indicators. I know they work. It's just for me, I just like to keep my charts clean. It's just really simple. Support resistance areas. I draw them up and I trade between them. I don't even really use candlestick analysis that much. I kind of used to, but I've moved more away from it. It's just as soon as something touches a resistance area, I'll sell it and I'll target the support area. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Doesn't really matter. It works out most of the time. And even if it doesn't work out most of the time, let's say it works out 40% of the time, my risk to reward ratio is always above 2. So even if it works out 40% of the time, I'm making profit. And in crypto, it's just so simple. Like in crypto, when a resistance area is hit, it usually reverses. Unless you're in like a complete bullish market, like at the start of 2021, when everything was super bullish. Then at that time, you just buy everything and you don't sell. You just buy and you just keep buying.
It's easy. It's easy to make money in the bullish market, right? Just keep buying. I mean, that's why there was so many traders in crypto. It was actually quite amazing because my son got involved back in 2017 with me. I got involved in 2015 with cryptos, but it just seemed so easy. Look, we had that bearish market for about a year and a bit. But other than that, it was when you're in a bullish run, in a very strong bullish trend, it's easy to make money because you just keep buying on the dips. Every time the market dips, you keep buying. And even if you don't even buy on the dips, you just hold it until the market's in profit. It's going to be strong bullish, right? So lady,
unless you're... Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
No, you carry on, Nick.
I was just going to say, like, it still requires some level of discipline because a lot of people just... they'll buy, it'll dip, and then they'll just sell. They'll panic sell, get out of the market. It still requires some level of discipline. I do kind of think that if you were to give just a complete newbie $1 million and a bull market, they'll still screw it up because they'll buy just the crappiest coin. They'll be up 100 times. They'll hold it until it goes back down to 0 because greed takes over, emotions take over, and that kind of screw it up. You still need the discipline to be able to take profit when something goes up. In our whole team, if something's up 100%, we take out our initial deposit. So not initial deposit, our initial entry. So if we put in let's say 10,000 into a trade, it's up 100%. We're at 20,000. We'll take the 10,000 out, get out, and now what we've put into the trade, we've taken out, and all that's left is profit, and we can let it run. At that point, you're not really losing anything if it goes down.
Sure.
A lot of people still don't take profit. A lot of people, they're up 10 times, 50 times, and they'll just wait for it to drop back down to below 0 before they take their money out. It's craziness. But there's lack of discipline.
Unless they have the and my son tells me that a few times, Dad, why haven't you taken your money? And it's because I've got the belief that Ethereum, Bitcoin has still got high values you're going to go to. So what I'm doing is I'm just building up my portfolio. Every time the market goes ahead and dips, throw in a bit more. Dips, throw a little bit more of that. So you're building up the portfolio every month. You're just adding more to the portfolio with still that target. We spoke about 88-wave structure. 88,000 for Bitcoin is still a factor. It's still a 5th wave target that price is going to look to go to. And if it goes there, we're going to see Ethereum actually go to a price level of 5,800. And so these levels that are still out there that still need to be hit, and with the cryptos being still actively traded today, even though we haven't seen a lot of movement over the last the last 8 months, it's still that upside move that we're looking for Bitcoin to rally to. So I agree with you. There is those two types of traders. One that's saying, hey, I'm just going to add. The other one is I'm getting in and then I'm not taking my profit, and then the market goes against, and then they're like, oh, now I have to get out and look for a better price. All they're doing is just losing. They're just going backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
So both Marty and Lady, what do you have with your charts when you go ahead and look at technical analysis and that? Because they're both technical traders. Are you also just a price action type trader, or something similar to Nick, or more leaning towards what Billy does with a lot of indicators? What is your approach to trading?
So I don't really use indicators. Again, I think it's very much like personal preference for me. I just keep it nice and simple with support and resistance areas. Occasionally use trend lines, but again, it could just be I want a little bit of something extra in there, so I'll throw in a trend line. But generally speaking, it's just support and resistance. I use because I'm more fundamental on the fundamental analysis side of things, so I will use fundamental analysis to decide if I want to invest in a project, and then I use technical analysis to manage my trades, get a good entry point, take profit, and yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds it sounds clean and simple, and that's what you need. I had a trade. I used to be on a trading floor back in 2000, and I used to have a lot of traders that come up to me and they say, "Hey, take a look at this trade," and I'm like, I cannot see squat what's going on that chart. I mean, there's so many indicators on there. I don't know if we're buying or selling. It's like, let me see a candle, just one candle, please. So getting a clean chart and having it clean so you can understand and make decisions easy and quickly, it's good. Now, I appreciate some traders need some indicators to get that extra confirmation, but having too much is definitely going to be a problem. Now, Marty, do you use indicators, or did I just...
I do use indicators. However, I will say this. You can have the fanciest indicators in the world. They will tell you nothing unless you know your simple basics, support and resistance. The best traders I know, and the ones I learned from the most, they taught me how to trade based on price action and those levels. And I am a level to level trader. I don't go too far into the future. I don't predict in a year's time, 2 years' time, or whatever. And in fairness, I always say this as well, even the price, current price of any asset, Bitcoin, you name it, is irrelevant for me. It doesn't matter whether Bitcoin is 40,000 or 100,000. It is what it's going to do next, what level it is going to move from and to. So you can have, and I do like my indicators because I use them mostly for like quick scalps, or longer trade. Depends which indicator I use. However, without basics, every other indicator is just useless.
Yeah. So on that subject, with regards to not worrying about where Bitcoin's going or what the price is in the future, isn't it important to know directional bias? And directional bias is determined by turning points of the market. And let me just bring Elliott wave into play. Elliott wave has a 5-wave structure that creates this impulsive wave, which creates another larger wave. But now, and I've just seen my camera just gone out, so let me go ahead and get that right. My apologies for that. So Elliott wave's got this 5-wave structure. What Elliott wave's great at doing is identifying turning points in the market. So whether you're a scalper or a trend trader or just an intraday short-term trader, it doesn't really matter. What you do need to know about is where the market's going to turn, because if you're going to be buying a support level, you at least want to know that you got it at the turning point of a larger swing. And if you're buying it at the larger swing and the turning point, and you get your first entry wrong, and you do something like Billy, where it goes in and use cost averaging, you can feel a little bit more comfortable about your cost averaging, knowing that, hey, I picked the right direction. The market's just trying to figure out where that sweet spot is before it turns around and moves towards your next target. So knowing that the market's turning points helps traders become more successful in trading, because at least it gets them in the right direction, midterm, long-term, short-term, whatever they're trading. Would you not agree there, Marty?
Sorry, could you repeat that? Because I couldn't hear you.
Oh, not a problem. So I'm saying that, and I used Elliott wave as a sort of an indication, right, of turning points in the market, where Elliott wave creates these turning points in the market. And so looking at trading, when you're looking at trading, it doesn't matter if you're short-term swing trader, intraday trader. What's important about trading is identifying directional bias, knowing where the market's going to go in the midterm. So even if you're trading short-term and you're starting to, let's say, buy the market at a certain level at support, at least if you're using like a cost averaging trading approach, you
Yes.
know that you've got the right direction. You're just waiting for the sweet spot to find its way, and then it's going to take off towards their target. So identifying big turning points in the market is good when it comes
100%.
to any type of trader, right?
100%, yes. I
Okay.
mean, you could totally be bullish in the long term, despite shorter term bearish, and you can still ladder in your buys. And when you understand the direction of the market moves in waves, and knowing this, you won't panic then when you understand that there are constantly up and down moves, and when you have bought something at whatever level X, it dropped a little bit, you didn't went all in at the start, you were laddering your buys, because in the long term outlook, you know that the actual direction is going to be to the upside. You're safe, and you're actually going to make a lot more money if you were just buy it at a price.
Yeah.
So DCAing, dollar cost averaging, down it is.
All right.
100%.
Excellent. Well, fantastic.
And understanding the market direction, yes.
Yes. Fantastic. Okay, good. Fantastic. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the trading scoreboard again, and see who is currently running. Let's see here. Any sneak trades? What? Hold on a second. Yeah, we got ETH in. We got Rue. Okay. You didn't want to throw in anything extra, Nick, there, just to not keep it fair. Okay. All right. So it looks at the moment right now, we actually have Nick and Lady that's leading the pack at the moment right now, based on the current position. So there was a shift in momentum. Martin and Billy lost their lead. We've got Nick and Lady now taking the lead on the scoreboard. Well done. Congrats. So
This is to be expected.
Good. Well, good. Well, Nick, yourself and Lady, do you want to tell the viewers how to get in touch with you, but also go ahead and talk about your trading style a little bit, and also share with the viewers your charity of choice as well. Let's start off with Lady of Crypto here.
Yeah, so my charity of choice, well, both mine and Nick's charity for this battle is MS Society UK. So MS stands for multiple sclerosis, and it's a condition that can really limit people's lives in different ways, whether that be with their mobility, their ability to swallow, and it just kind of affects daily life. This is something that kind of progresses over time, and it can be really difficult for those people that are living with this condition and their families around them as well. My granddad had MS for a very long time, so I've kind of seen firsthand the unfortunate effects that this condition can have. So we've chosen MS Society UK. This charity does some fantastic work researching treatments to help people manage the symptoms, and they also aim to have developed this to a point where they can help the majority of people with MS. I think it's by 2030 to help, because there's lots of different variants, so to speak. Different people experience different conditions. So basically, we want to play a part in providing them with hopefully some money from the winning today, which I hope we'll do. Nick seems pretty confident as well, so that's always a good thing. So yeah, it's a fantastic charity. It's really close to my heart, and yeah, if you want to find me on Twitter, it's at Lady of Crypto 1. So like I've mentioned before, so there's a Lady of Crypto team, there's myself, Nick, and 2 other fantastic team members. You can get in touch with us on there. There's also an open Discord, a YouTube channel as well. So there's a link tree on the Twitter, so you'll be able to find all the other socials on there.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and throw you. Watch out for FX Big Dog coming your way, Lady of Crypto. And then for Nick, how can people get in touch with you?
No one cares about me. It's just this old lady. Is she up or down? I don't know where she is. Just follow her. Don't worry about me. I'm all good.
All right.
Seriously, just follow me. Just follow
There we
her. I
go.
can't be bothered anymore.
All right.
I just can't be
Follow
bothered.
lady.
Like,
Follow lady, and
yeah,
through
follow
lady
her.
you'll get Nick. Okay. All right, good. Billy and Marty, how can the viewers get in touch with you and also share a little bit about your charity of choice as well, and maybe trading style?
So myself and Billy, we're part of Discord, and it's CoinsKid's crew Discord. And the Discord actually is just full of absolutely amazing traders and fundamental analysis as well. And one team member, he also is involved in charity, and the charity deals with mental health. So it was actually no-brainer for us to pick him, because we really think a charity like this that deals with people that are facing different mental issues and crypto go very, very well together.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually going to invite Stu to my own show on my own YouTube, and we're going to talk about it a little more in depth. So look out for this as well, guys. But the mentality and emotions that are involved in crypto are super, super important. And a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of people have seen it happen. I've heard stories of people, talking about depression, or even thinking about losing their just ending their life after losing money in crypto, and he helps with that. He helps people. I think it is really, really important. It's an excellent I think it's an excellent way to earn that money for this charity. Great combination here, and I think Stu deserves it. So me and Billy, we better win this.
That's good. Well, that's great. And you said follow them on your YouTube channel, which is the Metaverse, right?
The Martaverse. Yes, it's
All right.
Martaverse. You'll find me the same way on both Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. The same ticker. So it's pretty easy. It's just abbreviation from Metaverse. So just spell it without H, Marta, verse, and you have me.
Okay, fantastic. Good. Well, make sure, guys, everyone goes ahead and connect. And Billy, yourself, how are we going to be able to reach you?
I'm on Twitter at Blockchain Bill. I'm a crypto Twitter baby, to be honest. I only started on it in like February. There's a lot of opinions on there. I don't spend too much time on there, to be honest. I'm mostly just in that Discord pretty much every day, banging out charts, chatting to people. It's a nice community. It's nice to teach people and see them come from, being scared to post that first chart and being nervous about what people might think, to budding and becoming good traders and believing and getting that confidence for themselves. It's nice to see.
Well, fantastic. That's good. And Billy, what is that your username for Twitter?
At Blockchain Bill with a 0 instead of an O.
Okay, gotcha. Well, traders, we weren't lying when we said we had Billy the Kid shooting from the hips, because he did go ahead and put that extra trade in there. Like I said, just trying to make it fair. Now, anyway, guys, I want to go ahead and thank everyone for being here. Thank you, guys. It's been really fun. It's been fun hosting this session. I know that the viewers have learned a lot of information. And if you haven't yet, make sure you go ahead and follow the challenges. Follow them on the YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Snap, you name it, all social media. They're there to share information so you can learn from it. So make sure you go ahead and check them out, because it's definitely going to be worth your while. Once again, it's been fun. I always say this, that knowledge is power. And what you just got today was a lot of knowledge. So use that knowledge to empower yourself in trading, because it's really going to be great. Now, before we go, I want to go ahead and say thank you to our sponsors, ACAP. And as a show of appreciation, would you go ahead and do me a favor? Subscribe to the channel, share this video, and smash this button like there's no tomorrow. All right? Make sure you go ahead and do that so we can go ahead and show our appreciation. Thank you, challengers. Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure. My name is Gary Fickard. Wishing you joy, peace, and successful trading, and lots of profits. Until next time.
See you guys later. Yeah, love it.
Thank you.